Hey everyone, welcome to Birds of a Feather. Today we're participating in the International Bloggers Club Challenge, and this month is Broken Dreams.
Color outside the lines.
Unfortunately, I have this really cool retro, I don't know, it's kind of like a serving dish. But it's just so 50s and funky. I just loved it. But unfortunately, as you can see, I broke it. Now, I guess what I could do is, because I have the pieces, I could glue it back together. But I think I'm going to set this aside for now. Maybe perhaps another time when I've got a little more time on hand, I will attempt this repair. But for now, I'm going to repurpose it. So we're going to bring in a globe, and also some of these. Now these are wire, and they're going to hold some air plants. I'll link to the instructions for how to make these wire air plant holders down in the comments, so you can find that there. So let's just set these things aside for now, and let's start working on this. I'm going to attempt to remove this metal. It seems to be really kind of rusted on, so I might just have to add a little bit of oil, penetrating oil, to loosen that up so I can get that off. It goes right the way through, and it's just held on by this little fastener here. So I've got some penetrating oil now. This is called Zero Friction, and I'll just add a drop or two right around here, and I'll let that do its thing. So the longer you wait, the better. I'm going to go do something else and then come back, and we're going to try to get this apart. But in the meantime, I just want to show you I've got these slip joint pliers, and these are pretty cool. I'll just set that down for a sec. These are pretty cool because you can actually take a screw off. They've got sort of a concave area here. But for this it'll work well because it's serrated and it'll grab it really nicely. It's the moment of truth. Let's see if this helped. I think it might be working, guys. There we go. It made short work of it. So now I can remove that rod completely. To cover the hole until I'm ready to make a permanent fix, I have this clutch knob from a sewing machine. My husband repairs sewing machines, and sometimes these things just can't be fixed, so he's got lots of parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it upside down, put it right on there, and then this color, actually, there is some of that color in the globe here. So I'm going to stick this on top of that. And that's basically how it's looking. But before I do that, I've got a little bit of work to do on the globe. So I did a larger globe with the same wire air plant holders, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some adhesive and I'm going to stick them right around the equator here. So let's just cut a few squares so I can get 3 pieces out of this. Now there is a backing that you have to peel, so I'm just going to apply it on here, and I'll just let them sit for a while as I complete the other ones here, and I'll peel them all at once. The nice thing about this is that it's removable, so it doesn't have to be anything permanent. Let's cut another 3 squares. It's pretty sticky. Now there should be one more there. So now it's just a matter of peeling off the backing and sticking them onto the globe. This new stuff really is sticky. Make sure you've got it right the way up. Sometimes the hardest part of this whole thing is just getting that backing off. There we go. And again, make sure it's right side up. Give it a press. Now as you go around, I like to sort of twist them into place so that it catches in the wire, and that just seems to hold it better. There we go. So I'm going to take another piece of alien tape. I want to add one more piece right there. This should be enough. I'm also going to put a piece of alien tape right over here. That will help it stay put. Idea number 2 for the ceramic air plant holder involves this really cool wooden piece here. If I turn it over, you can see that this piece is carbon dated to 2120 years. So in this case, I'm not going to do anything about covering my broken piece here. I'm merely going to stack it on top and decorate it with air plants. My next idea is to lighten it up and use this plastic ornament. I've already got my wire air plant holders on there, and again I use the alien tape. And so now I'm just going to take the air plants and fasten them in there. I think this one is my favorite because of the clear plastic. It almost disappears and all you see is this burst of green. It's so pretty. And if I can turn it to the side, you can see that this little ornament holder here shows where it's broken. And it just looks so pretty with that little bit of silver that matches the wire. And what I did here is I just fanned this out a little because there's little sections here so you can easily maneuver it. Once you have the cap flayed out the way you want, you're just going to pop it back into the ornament. You're going to put this part into the ceramic air plant holder and it's going to find its natural fit. So there it is. A vintage kitschy hand that used to have a plate on it is now an air plant holder. For more upcycle ideas, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell for upcoming projects.